Much like Tetsubo, I also don't particularly like the name of halfling given to this race, but I would have to choose the word Hobbit. I just really enjoy this word, and I grew up with halflings as hobbits. So mine are called hobbits, and they would be also a small race. Once again, I usually do things in GURPS. That's just, I know the system and I enjoy it, so we'll just keep it at that. Not that it really matters what system you play. But my hobbits would be -2 strength, +1 dex, +3 perception. The stats for GURPS in this new GURPS system is strength, dexterity, intelligence, health, and then the secondary ones are will, perception, fatigue points, and hit points. Just for reference. They would be small. They would have absolute direction. They would have a +3 reputation, but they would be susceptible to gaining addictions very easily. So my hobbits would be a sailing and exporting and importing people. They really started the sailing trade in my little planet here, and they enjoy life. They're completely honest. That's why they have this +3 to their reputation, because when dealing with a halfling, you're most likely getting what you pay for and getting the truth. But they also are a bit of a carousing type people, and they enjoy a good party or a good drink or a good smoke or a good feast. But they have this tendency to become addicted to things, as in smoking or drinking or eating. And this way they're much more like Tolkien's hobbits, in that they could be a little pudgy, but it's just because from the drinking and eating they get pudgy. But they're very good at navigating. They're usually brought up on boats. And on my little planet, there's 3 main continents. There's a large continent, middle continent, and quite small compared to the other 2. And I've based these continents basically on slightly, the little one is slightly Europe, middle one is slightly the Americas, and the big one is Asia. And the hobbits would come from a large island that is loosely based off Japan, and they're mostly on this big continent, but they've spread themselves throughout the world because of this importing and exporting business that they offer. Not that other people or cultures do importing and exporting, but the hobbits were the first ones to really get it down. They have this absolute direction thing, so it's always good for navigating in a ship or really anywhere, but they're definitely sea folk. I also liked Tetsubo told about the dwarves being the banking people of the world, but I would almost put it on my hobbits, being that they are super honest and have dealt with money for probably the longest throughout the history of this of my little Earth here. Not Earth, but you know what I mean. So maybe I would make people in charge of banks and currency exchange, at least, would be my hobbits here. That would be basically them. Joyful, party going, navigating, import-export business, small people. Very good.